Let's go. It's the Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. All right, guys, and so I want to do something a little bit different, a little bit unique with Pokemon releasing a new game, which I'm currently playing and really enjoy. I figured why not go back and rank all the Pokemon games. And you know, I don't know if I've ever done a review on a Pokemon game, so this would kind of be brand new to people who have never or who have been watching me a long time. Most of these ratings will be new, and what I'm going to do, as you can see, I have a S, A, B, C, D, and never played. And so I enjoyed pretty much all the Pokemon games, but I'm going to rank them today in different sections. I'll kind of explain why, but I say let's get into it because we have, as you can see, a ton of games. And let's jump right into it. So we're going to start with the very first generation, which is going to be Pokemon Red and Pokemon Blue and Pokemon Green. Now, if you didn't know, Pokemon Green is actually a Japanese-only release when it came out, and it was the version that we couldn't play in America. I got to play it because my little weeboo Japanese love back when I was a kid, I imported it from Japan. Did I know what it was saying? No. But it had Bulbasaur, who is my favorite Pokemon. So I'm going to put these all in the same category. Red, Blue, and Green were games that really just stuck with me in my childhood forever. It had some of the coolest evolutions ever. Charizard, Venusaur, and even Blastoise, who's not one of my favorite, but just really three great starters. You got the classics like Pikachu, Mewtwo, Mew, just so many Gyarados, just so many awesome creatures that actually look scary sometimes. And then you got the adorable yet could be scary like Dragonite. So yeah, I really love this generation, and it is one of my favorite ever. And I'm actually going to put it in the A easily. So all three deserve to be there. It's just a lot of fun. All these games still are probably a lot of fun. I haven't played them in years, but when I played them, they were some of the greatest games ever. Saying that, you then had Electric Pikachu, which was kind of like the, you know, some of the games. Like what happens after every generation or most generations is they make like a bigger game or combining the games into one special game. Some call them cash grabs. I personally call them kind of fixing any mistakes that are in the mainline games. But yeah, so with this game, it was better in some ways than Red and Blue and Green. But it also had some weird shit like Pikachu surfing, and it wasn't fun. It wasn't fun then. I'm sure if I played it now, I would like have an aneurysm. But it did have Pikachu following you around. So for that, I'm going to have to put that in the B. Plus, it's still the same game. But I remember not really enjoying that little mini stuff. And back then, it didn't do enough to improve the Red vs. Blue and Green Red, Blue, and Green versions. Okay, so we get into possibly one of my favorite generations. Now, by all means, I haven't played these games in so many years, but Gold and Silver were some of the greatest games for me growing up. I actually bought these games in Japanese before they were released in America, because back then these games would have almost a year gap before we got it in America, maybe even longer. And so I played through this game. I got stuck on that Snorlax mission when I was a kid. You don't know, you had to wake Snorlax up with a flute. Problem is that I can't read Japanese, so I didn't know what to do. But saying that, Gold, Silver, and then Crystal, right? That's the big one. Yeah, Crystal. This was probably my favorite generation because it was like a Christmas gift. So you beat the game, you do all the 8 gym leaders. It's really cool. You get these new Pokemon, and then you could go back to the old island of Pokemon and re-fight all the gym leaders then. It was, to me, like it blew my mind as a kid. I also, again, really liked the evolutions in this. And I also really liked the starters in this version as well, especially Cyndaquil and Crocodile, right? Or, I always say the name wrong. But anyway, this was a cool starter package. Well, a lot of the Pokemon still remained cool, and it basically gave you some of the coolest post-game. Now, some claim it's more of a boring game in the long run. Could be if I replayed it now, maybe. But the fact that you can breed Pokemon in this and all that, plus the great evolutions, plus how long it was, to me was like a childhood dream. And I'm going to put these as well in the A section. And I'm gonna surprisingly put Emerald, right? Oh, sorry, not Emerald, Crystal, which pretty much improved everything with Gold and Silver and just added on more stuff. I'm gonna put that in the S section because I played this game a whole summer when I was a kid, just like the whole summer. That's all I played. And it remained like one of those games I remember fondly as a kid. Again, we're talking, I'm old, 32, gonna be 33 in a couple of days. So it could change if I replayed it, but I remember Emerald being, God, I keep saying Emerald, I'm sorry, my Crystal. Come on, Whitey. Crystal being one of those great games that I really enjoyed. Okay, so now we move to the next generation, and this is an interesting generation for me, which would be Ruby and Sapphire. Now, Ruby and Sapphire, I enjoyed. I especially like the legendaries. I think they look really cool here, but didn't love this game. I didn't think it was amazing as like Gold and Silver. I think it was the first Pokemon game for me where I was kind of and so for that, I'm going to have to put that in the B section. I did enjoy the starters again, but I didn't love them this time. And it was a game that was kind of mixed for me. However, Emerald, the game I keep saying, I did enjoy this a lot. I really enjoyed this game. I thought it brought some really cool things. So I'm going to put that in there in the A section. And I'm going to have to say that I really enjoyed Emerald quite a bit. It is definitely one of my favorite games, or I finally remember as one of the favorite games. Again, haven't played it forever, but I really enjoyed Emerald and Crystal. So you kind of see that this is when, to me, they start actually putting a lot of effort into the ultimate game after 2 years of the regular ones coming out. Okay, so we have Fire Red and Green Leaf, I think. These are kind of Fire Red and Green Leaf. I have the real names on the side just in case. These were good. They were an upgrade because they came out in Game Boy Advance. They looked a lot better than the originals, but I felt like it wasn't like we needed these yet. Like, I felt like we could have waited a couple of generations to get these. It was cool that we got Green Leaf in America. So if people didn't play the Japanese version, you got to now. Again, not a huge difference. There's just a couple of differences really here with a couple of Pokemon. But I'm going to put this in the B as well. I mean, they're solid, kind of not even remakes, but like remasters basically. But yeah, so then we get into the first DS games, and that's going to be Diamond and Pearl. Now, Diamond and Pearl were good games. I enjoyed them quite a bit. I really thought that the evolutions of the starters kind of sucked. That wasn't my favorite. I also thought that this is where they introduced some really stupid ass Pokemon, like some ugly Pokemon or just dull. At the same time, I thought that the battle system was, at that time was even quicker and more smooth than before. Some great animations because we finally had it on the DS. And it took pretty much all the stuff from the previous games and added to it. So there's things I really liked about Diamond and Pearl. So I'm going to have to put that in the B section. So a lot of these are pretty good. Like B would be like a 7.5 to 8.5 for me. So I enjoyed these. Now, Platinum, I don't remember playing that much. I owned it, I know that, but I didn't play it that much. And so I'm going to put it in never play. I did play it, but I didn't play it much. So I don't want to unfairly judge it. Now, people who are watching this, by all means, let me know if Platinum was the much better of Diamond and Pearl. It probably was, but I didn't really get to play that. So Heart Gold, right? Is it Heart Gold? Heart Gold and Soul Silver. These I played a lot. I like this remake a lot. I hold it as high as the Game Boy Color, and basically you brought the second generation back, but much better graphics, and that's all I really wanted. But they did other stuff to add to the formula and make it smoother. Just like small little things to make the game more fun. I think that it was a good time to release these in a way, though I wish it was like more of the 3DS, wait for that. But I get what they were going for. They wanted people to experience this who just got into Pokemon after like Pearl and Diamond and see the evolution, because this is now 3 generations ago. So I really enjoyed it. Again, it has the coolest legendaries for me since the original. I'm going to put that in the A. All right. So here we are. This is Black and White. Now, Black and White. Did you like Black and White? I did. Uh, I did like Black and White. I like Black and White because I thought that they tried to do something a little bit different. So what they did with Black and White is they actually made you have a story. I enjoyed the story here for what it was. I mean, it's still Pokemon, so it's not like the greatest story ever, but it's there. I also think that it is the smoothest battle system of the series up until later on, and it worked really well for me. So this is a solid game, but I'm going to put it into B, and I'm going to tell you why. Because in came something I've never seen before, or never did with Pokemon, Black and White 2. Now, Black and White 2 was better than 1. It had even a better story. It had better evolutions. The legendaries look fucking sick in this game. That's just that. So this was like the last truly great game for me. Like, I really, really enjoyed this game. And so for that, I got to put it in the A. These were like the last Pokemon games I really played a lot. So with that, after Black and White, we got our 6th generation, I believe, which is going to be Pokemon X and Y. X and Y. What did I think of X and Y? I thought they were okay. I thought they were fun for what they were. I think that the problem with X and Y was it was the first 3DS one. So we were being introduced to like the next graphical evolution, and it looked good, but I really didn't like a lot of the new Pokemon. Like, I just could not get into this list of Pokemon. Now, I do think that X and Y, did contribute to the series in total because we did get such a nice graphical update and everything. But I don't know, some about these games didn't really connect with me. I did beat them. I did enjoy it for what I was playing, but I can't say that I would give it any higher than maybe like a 7. And so for that, unfortunately, X and Y are going to go into C. Again, enjoyable, not great. I think I got the mixed up order here. I might be wrong, but Omega, Ruby, and Sapphire, I did not get to play. My wife played it and enjoyed it. I didn't. So I'm going to just put that in a never played. So that's quick. Pokemon Sun and Moon. I dislike this game. I genuinely dislike this game. I think that the graphics are great, which is awesome, but everything else, besides I'm looking at the legendaries on the covers, they're cool. I'm not gonna lie there, but everything else about this game, the tutorial was absolutely horrendous. I mean horrendous. Like, I was bored as hell playing this game. I did not like this game that much. I didn't even beat it. I think this is the first Pokemon game where I just kind of let it go. Again, graphically beautiful and some cool legendaries and Pokemon, but overall, this was not good for me, and that's going to have to go into the D. I don't have F here. F would be, like, really bad, and I don't think any Pokemon game is, like, awful. Like, even Sun and Moon, I'd probably give, like, a 6, maybe a 5.5. Like, that's not great, but it's still, playable and everything. It's just not what it used to be. But I don't think F would be, like, a 3 out of 10, and no Pokemon game in the mainline series is 3 out of 10. So saying that, I didn't play Ultra Sun and Moon because I didn't like Moon and Sun. So those are going to go never played. Pokemon, Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eve. I only played a very little bit, but it was enjoyable. I played maybe like 5-6 hours. I enjoyed that. I didn't love it. It felt very much like kind of a remake of Red and Blue, but not. It did introduce the 3D graphics completely, so that was cool. But it felt like the prototype of what we were going to get, which is true, because then we got Sword and Shield. That was the first push to the Switch. That was his first main real Pokemon game. And I didn't get to play it. My wife absolutely loves it. She played it, I'm not joking, like maybe 100 hours. She was really invested in this game. So she said it was great. So she said she would put it like in the B or A. Me, I'm going to have to put this in the never played because I only watched her play a little bit. So Unfortunately, that one I think is either going to be a love or hate. I see some people love it, some people hate it. You know. Now this one, it just came out. This is, what is it called? Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. I only played like an hour because I rented it on GameFly, and then my wife just got obsessed. So now she's been playing it for like 40, 50 hours. There's some really cool stuff that I've seen her play, like going into the underground and stuff. That's pretty cool. I don't remember that in the original. I could be wrong. It's been years. But yeah, the graphics are like updated with the combat system, but it's the old, like the old style Pokemon when you're walking around. So it's kind of this like weird mix of 3D and 2D. I don't know what they were going for. I think they wanted to stay more traditional old Pokemon style for older fans. My wife said she enjoyed it, but not quite as much as Sword or Shield. So she said it would be a B. So that's probably where it would land for me if I played a little bit more, but I didn't play enough. So I'm going to put this, of course, in the never played. Now, Pokemon Legends Arceus, is that how you say it? I played about 7 hours. I am absolutely loving this game. Loving it. This is the first Pokemon game, as you can see, in many generations that I had to play right away when it came out. I bought this game. I bought this game. I went to Target in the morning. I had to buy other stuff, but I went and I bought it. I was just like, I got to. This is the new gameplay. And I have to say, I've only played 7-8 hours. Could change, but I am loving this game. I really am loving this game. So, of course, this can change, but I'm going to put this in the A section. Let me move my beautiful face down here. I'm going to put it in the A section for now. So this is my ranking. Now, of course, rankings are opinionated. People like certain Pokemon. People like certain gym leaders. People like certain gameplay. After the game, post content. So this seems pretty much what I expected. I didn't really go through it. This is why I kind of just saying stuff. I probably should have researched more to remember stuff. But saying that, I really did enjoy a lot of these games. Real fast, let's just rank them in each one. So there's only one S game, and I'm going to put it as Crystal because Crystal really, from what I remember, I absolutely love this game. I invested, got to be 200-300 hours. I mean, I literally played it from like after school till we started school back up every day, like 5-6 hours. So I'm keeping Crystal there. But for Green, Red, and Blue, as much as I love this original series, and I still love this series, I'm going to have to put Gold and Silver ahead of it, possibly even Emerald, because I played a lot of Emerald. So I think this is my favorite mainline Pokemon game. So I'm going to put that there. And then we'll put, definitely Red, Green, and Blue. Heart Gold and Silver, like I said, they're remasters basically. I'll just keep them there because I think these did more for when they came out. It was bigger, better, and more fun than the original for me. Not by like a huge margin, but it did what it was supposed to do. Black and White 2, I'm going to keep there because I did like Black and White 2 a lot, but I didn't like it as much as the Gold and Silver, Red, Blue, Green phase. But Arcade, you know what? I'm going to put this ahead of Black and White right now. The initial feel of this game, I'm already enjoying more than my initial 8 hours of Black and White. But saying that, I ended up loving Black and White. So this could either stay the same or go right behind it, unless this game suddenly just gets boring in the next 5-10 hours. Okay, so that's my A. I'm going to keep those. I like those all there. I agree. Those are all 8.5 to 9.5 in my book. This, we're going to move Pikachu back. Yeah, he was not great. I enjoyed it, but it wasn't as good as these. So here, I think I'm going to put Diamond and Pearl ahead of Ruby and Sapphire. I think I like them more from what I remember. I think the legendaries are cooler in this game. That was the big push, and it was also the DS game. So that was a big thing at the time. I also like Black and White more than the remakes. I played them more, and I have to put them ahead. Would I put them ahead of Ruby and Sapphire? Yeah, you know what? I will. I will, because I like Black and White. The only reason it's in the B section is because I think Black and White 2 is just a better made game. So it is. I put Black and White, about an 8, but Black and White 2, I put 8.59. So, yeah, this looks like my rating. This looks right. Pikachu would be on the lower, like a C plus to a B, but we're going to keep it in the B. just because, you know, you got Pikachu following you, and that meant a lot for me as a kid. Let's go to RC. Yeah, I'm going to keep this. So X and Y, and I liked a little bit more than probably Let's Go. Um, all these games are pretty good for me, but again, they all had their huge flaws that prevent it from being a great game for me in that sense. But yeah, I like it where it is. And then D would be Sun and Moon, because yeah, these were just definitely the weakest titles for me that I played and never played. Boom, bada boom, bada boom. So I'm not going to switch these because I didn't play. If I had to choose between these of watching my wife play, I'd probably put Sword and Shield pretty high. And I'd probably put I'm liking what I'm watching her play. It looks a lot of fun, so I'll probably put these ahead. Yeah, this looks about right. So yeah, because I really didn't play the rest of them that much. And Platinum, I really can't remember. It's probably a great game. So yeah, that's my ranking. I hope you guys enjoyed this. This was a lot of fun to do. If you like this style where I kind of pick and choose and put them in order, I really enjoy doing this, so I could do more if you like. If not, no problem. But besides that, I would love to hear your opinion. What's your ranking for the Pokemon games? And again, you don't have to use them all. Like I said, I haven't even played them all, as you can see. But I'd love to hear what you think. Like, where would you put them? Or at least give me your top 5. There we go. And I hope you enjoyed. If you want more, let me know below. And I don't know if I'll put up a review for Pokemon Arceus. I think I'm saying that wrong, but I am really digging it. I might actually put up a review for that because I'm enjoying it so much. I hope you guys enjoy. Have a great day, and see you soon.